Amyl and The Sniffers, Cartoon Darkness. The first studio album from the Australian pub rock / post-punk band. They first came on my radar with their second album, Comfort to Me, which came out in 2021. Really enjoyable record, lots of very anthemic and hard-hitting tracks in that genre. And yeah, Amy Taylor, Bryce Wilson, Declan Mertens and Gus Roma are back. Been together 9 years as of time of recording, so they've been together a while now. And Cartoon Darkness for me is another good record from the band, but while it has a very strong start, it doesn't quite hit those highs throughout the record. So the first track on the record is Jerkin, which is this like anthemic mixture of post-punk and there's like Indian alternative elements to the track as well. It's very catchy. It's the sing-along tour anthem. It's a lot of fun. And it's basically just saying F you to the critics, the people that hate on you, whilst being quite sexually explicit, especially in the video I've heard, which is banned on YouTube, so let that speak for itself. But one of my favourite rock tracks from last year. A lot of fun, good messaging. Amy sounds great here vocally, almost straining with how much she's like going for it, but really good. Chewing Gum was another single that I enjoyed. Got a bit more of an alt rock sound to it, but Amy's delivery here is a lot more calmer. She's talking about this person that she loves and like also talks about her childhood and the dreams she had. And it's a bit of a contrast to Jerkin, but it works. Both are anthemic in different ways, I'd say. But it's another good single. Tiny Bikini, it's what the track states really. It's a lot of fun. She just wants to wear her bikini. She doesn't want to be criticised about the way she looks by men or women. She just wants to go out and enjoy herself. And the guitars really are the backbone for the track. They've got a lot of like gnarliness and power to them that drive the instrumental forward. And her delivery's just not silly's probably the wrong word to use. Carefree. It's like silly. It's carefree. She's like, I don't care what you think of me. I'm just going to enjoy myself. It's another fun track. Big Dreams is a bit more calmer. It's got a more stadium rock sound to it, I'd say. It's references like the cost of life and how it holds you back, but you want to get better. And she delivers it. She delivers it in a more calmer way as she sort of, it feels like she's talking to herself, how she always knew what she wanted and reflecting on that, and matches the sound. And yeah, it's a nice moment. It gives us a bit of variety. We then get It's Mine, which is this short but sweet, really punchy, very punky track with these like loud and blaring guitars. And like there's this very fast delivery and shouting in terms of both the singing and the instrumental. And it reminds me a bit of like some Idols tracks like War or Rains. And the track's basically like, I like it, so who cares? But she also says lines like, not my thoughts, not my home, not mine. So kind of reflecting on maybe the current social media paradigm where an algorithm is telling you what to think. But it's short, sweet, does the job. Motorbike Song has this more 80s rock sound, kind of reminiscent of another Australian band, AC/DC. It's got these hard-hitting guitars and the drum playing is really good as well. It's very boom, really hits you. And she kind of talks about how you should support women in the industry and pay people and questions if we're really free. I think the motorbike is also maybe a metaphor for freedom as well. We've got a couple of the tracks here which, yeah, the second half of the record in general is it's a mixed bag. Doing in my head, her strained chorus vocals don't work the best, and the instrumental has rhythm, but it feels a bit. The track reflects on like what others think of you and expectations, like saying she's not the same as everyone or acne, but again, there's just elements here I'm not massive on. Do It is another one. It's got this like very early Arctic Monkeys fast paced indie sound. It's about, sacrificing to reach your goal. The sound's okay, but it's not the most interesting lyrically or vocally. It's kind of reflecting on like sacrifice and the difficulties of achievement, which we've already talked about here. So yeah, I do want to talk about Bailing on Me because I love the anthemic sound of it. She's really showing off her vocals here. She sounds really nice here. It's about being emotional about someone letting you go. It's got sort of a folky twang to it. Just wanted to highlight that. That's probably my favourite of the second half of the record. But overall, the first half of this record is great. The second half of this record isn't. It's decent, it's enjoyable, but it doesn't quite hit the highs of the first half. So overall, I feel a 7.5 on this. It's good, and it has some really great moments here, but could be better, especially on the second half. But worth checking out.